Hey, Matt Champs, welcome back. Today, we're making calculus easier and more exciting as we explore the circle. You get your pen and paper ready, and let's solve, learn, and have fun. Let's go. So, for easy round, number one, write the standard equation of the circle with center 3, negative 2, and radius of 5. So, we all know that the standard equation of the circle is in the form of this. So, gagamitin natin to para makuha po natin yung equation po ng number 1. Gamit po yung center at saka yung radius. And this is the standard equation of the circle. So, ito yung mga given natin. So sa center po natin, it is represented by H and K. So dito, yung H po natin ay 3 at yung K po natin is equal to negative 2 and our radius is equal to 5. And using the formula, substitution lang po tayo. So again, H is equal to 3, K is equal to negative 2, at yung R po, papalitan natin ng 5. Then simplify natin to, double negative is equal to positive, then 5 squared is equal to 25. And this is now the standard equation of the circle with center 3, negative 2, and radius of 5. Number 2. So same, we need to find the standard equation of the circle with center negative 4, 1, and radius 6. Ang given pa natin ay center. So h natin ay negative 4, while the k is equal to 1, and the radius is equal to 6. And this is the standard equation of the circle. Substitution. H again is equal to negative 4, k is equal to 1, and r is equal to 6. Double negative becomes positive, and square the 6 to get the radius. The radius squared. Okay, so this is now the standard equation of the circle. The square of x plus 4 plus the square of y minus 1 is equal to 36. Number 3. Determine the center and radius of the circle. The square of x minus 2 plus the square of y plus 7 is equal to 49. So dito naman, hahanapin natin yung center and radius of the standard equation of the circle. So babalik na rin natin yung process na number 1 and number 2 kanina. Okay? So alam natin na ito yung standard form of the equation. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung center po natin is kung sino ang kasama ni x dito, yun ang magiging value ni h. But take the opposite of that. Dito ang kasama ni x rather ay negative 2. The opposite of negative 2 is positive 2 and that is the value of h. Si k naman kasama ni y, ang kasama ni y dito ay positive 5. Take the opposite of that and that is the value of k, negative 5. And for the radius, kunin lang po yung square root ni 49 and that is 7. The principal square root of 49, 7. Therefore, the center is 2, negative 5 and the radius is 7. Now, try nyo po yung number 4 for 10 seconds. So, hanapin nyo po yung center and radius of this equation. 10 seconds ago. Okay, so again, ang kasama ni h ay si x at ang kasama ni x dito ay positive 3. Take the opposite and that is negative. Si k naman kasama ni y at ang kasama ni y dito ay negative 4. Take the opposite and that is positive 4. Yung radius natin is the square root of 16 and that is 4. So now, the center is negative 3, 4 at yung radius pa natin ay 4. Number 5. The endpoints of a diameter are point A 24 and point B 810. Find the center. So dito, ang given po natin is diameter and diameter's endpoint. Yung dulo po ng diameter. That is point A and point B. So ipapalagay po natin that our point A will be the first point. So that is 2, 4. X sub 1 po natin ay 2, Y sub 1 ay 4, and our point B will be the second point, and that is 8 and 10. Now, para mahanap po yung center, we all know that the midpoint of the diameter is the center. So we will apply the midpoint formula para mahanap si center. And that is x sub 1 plus x sub 2 all over 2, then y sub 1 plus y sub 2 all over 2. So yung mga points po na nasa taas, gamitin natin by substitution. So yung x sub 1 po natin again is 2. Ito siya. So substitute lang yan. X sub 2 po natin ay 8 na nasa B. Then yung y sub 1 po natin ay 4 na nasa A. At yung y sub 2 natin ay nasa B, which is 10. Then do the addition po. 2 plus 8 is 10. 4 plus 10 is 14. And then divide to get the final center. 10 divided by 2 is 5. And 14 divided by 2 is 7. This is now the center of the problem. Okay? So, anong ginawa natin? Inad lang po natin ito. So, 2 plus 8, inad po natin yung dalawang x, then divide 2. So, 2 plus 8 is 10 divide 2 to get 5. Ganon din po si y, 4 plus 10, 14 divided by 2 to get 7. Okay? Now, try nyo po yung number 6. So number 6, the endpoints of a diameter are negative 4, 2, and 6, 8. Find the center. 10 seconds, kaya yan. Go. So again, i-add lang po yung dalawang x, and then over 2. Ganun din po si y. I-add yung dalawang y, and then over 2 tayo. And that is your center. Okay, so check natin kung tama po yung mga sagot ninyo. So again, our point A is our first point and our point B will be the second point. Applying the formula, then do the substitution po tayo. So negative 4 plus 6 is 2. I-divide po natin sa 2 mamaya. And then yung y naman, 2 plus 8 is 10 divided by 2 to get 1, 5. This is now the center of the circle. So, tama po ba kayo? Number 7. So that this is average, medyo higher in difficulty. So number 7, find the equation of the circle with center negative 2, 3 that passes through the point 1, 7. So dito we need to analyze the problem first. Okay? Without comprehension and analysis, hindi po natin masasolve to kasi we cannot identify kung ano ang tinutukoy po ng problem. So dito, ang hinahanap po is equation of the circle. Tapos, ang meron tayo is center. Yung gitna daw ng center ay nasa negative 2, 3. And we have a point 1, 7. Passes through the point. So, ano ang tinutukoy dito? This is the point found on the circumference. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, when we connect the center and the point na nasa circumference, ang mabubuo po natin is the radius. Okay? So, para mahanap po si radius, apply po natin yung distance formula. Okay? Ano yung haba ni point na nasa center hanggang sa circumference? And that is a radius. So, yung given po natin is, so ito po ang formula natin. And ang given po natin ay center, HK, that is negative 2, 3. Papalagay po natin that the center is our first point. And meron po tayo ditong 0.17. So dito pala, pwedeng gawin nating first point yung center or second point. So the answer is still the same naman. So dito, yung point A is the point na nasa circumference at yung second point po, ito yung point na nasa center. Okay, so again, pwedeng mauna si center followed by the point on their circumference or vice versa. Applying the formula, substitution tayo. Okay, so x po natin ay negative 2 minus your x sub 1 which is 1. Then, y sub 2 which is 3 minus the y sub 1 which is 7. Do the subtraction. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. 3 minus 7 is negative 4. Then, square po natin, the square of negative 3 is 9, and the square of negative 4 is 16. Do the addition and get the square root. And the radius is 5. Okay? So, nakuha na natin yung radius, pero ang goal talaga natin dito ay makuha yung equation. Since nakuha natin yung radius, pwede na natin magamit yung standard equation. So ano nga ulit yon? That is x minus h squared plus the square of y minus k is equal to r squared. Okay, so yung h natin again, negative 2, at yung k pa natin ay positive 3, at yung radius pa natin ay 5. Okay, double negative again is positive, tapos yung 5 squared becomes 25. This is now the standard equation of the circle. The square of x plus 2 plus the square of y minus 3 is equal to 25. So kung i-check po natin ito kung tama, ang center po natin dito ay negative 2 and positive 3. While the radius is the square root of 25, which is 5. So this is correct. Now try nyo po yung number 8 for... Okay, sige. Pwede nyo i-pause muna to, then ita-try ninyo. Okay? So, 3, 2, 1. Again, pwede nyo i-pause, then gawin ninyo, and then i-check nyo kung tama po ang solution po ninyo. Okay, number 8. Tulad po ng number 7, hahanapin natin yung equation of the circle na kung saan ang gitna ay 4, negative 1, at yung point on the circumference which is at negative 2, 7. So, same din kanina, this is the radius using distance formula. At ang a sub 1 po natin ay we have 4, negative 1. This time, ginawa nating center. At yung point na circumference is the second point, which is negative 2, 7. Substitution tayo. Then, subtract ninyo yan to get that. And square. Then add. Then get the square root. And the radius is equal to 10. Nakuha na natin yung radius, meron na tayong center, apply po natin yung formula ng standard. And that is x minus h plus the square of y minus k is equal to the r squared. So double negative again becomes positive, and 10 squared is equal to 100. This is now the equation of the circle. So tama po ba kayo? Okay, next number 9. The endpoints of a diameter of a circle are negative 2, 3, and 6, negative 1. Determine the standard equation of the circle. So same din, no? Kung ano ginawa sa number 7 and 8, ganito din ang gagawin ninyo. Sige po, pwede nyo i-pause yung video, sagutan nyo, then compare nyo po kung tama po ang sagot ninyo. And I'll resume at 3, 2, 1. Okay, check natin kung tama po ang ginawa. So, since diameter ito, ang gagawin natin muna ay hahanapin natin yung haba ng diameter. Okay? So dito, we cannot get the length of the radius directly kasi walang center. Okay? So sa problem na to, alamin nyo muna yung center as well as the radius using the diameter itself. Since endpoint ang given, we have point A and point B. Apply po natin yung distance formula para mahanap si diameter. And that is diameter is equal to distance formula. Okay, then substitution tayo. Substitute yan. Double negative becomes positive. Okay, so add po. So 6 plus 2 is 8. Negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. Then square po natin yan. Then plus to get the diameter. Okay, and that is 4 square root of 5. Since meron na tayong haba ng diameter, malalaman natin yung radius. At alam po natin na yung radius is kalahati ng diameter. Or sa isang diameter, may dalawang radius, tama? So, para mahanap si radius dito, i-divide natin sa 2 yung diameter, hahatiin. Therefore, the radius is 2 square root of 5. Ito yung radius natin. Okay, anong kulang? Kulang tayo ng center. So, gamit ulit yung diameters mid endpoint. kukunin natin yung pinakagitna. That is the center. Using the midpoint formula naman. Okay? Ito po yung midpoint formula. Substitution ulit using the given. Then plus po natin. Then divide to get 2, 1. 2, 1 is the center of the circle. So meron na tayong radius, meron na tayong center. Gamitin natin yung formula na to ulit. Substitution. So yung h po natin ay 2, yung k po natin ay 1, at yung r po natin is 2 square root of 5. Okay? Or pwede tayong gumamit ng square root of 80. So square root of 80 divided by 2 for the radius. Kalahati kasi. So the square root of 80 over 2 is 80 over 4, or that is 20. Or kung gagamit kayo ng radius, so square po natin yung 2, that is 4. At yung square po ng square root of 5 is 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. That's the reason bakit 20 po siya. So that's it for the standard equation using the endpoints of diameter. Now try nyo po yung number 10. So pwede nyo again i-pause yung video, sagutan to, then i-compare kung tama po ang ginawa ninyo. And I will resume at 3, 2, 1. Okay, so ito same problem as 9. So hahanapin ulit yung haba ng diameter using the distance formula. Substitution, then subtract, get the square, and add to get the diameter. This is now the diameter of the length of the diameter rather, square root of 230. Okay? Since we are not allowed to use calculator, stay sa radical para safe tayo. Okay? And the radius is kalahati po ng square root ni 233. So that is square root of 233 over 2. Okay lang po na ito yung gamitin kasi mamaya mawawala po yung radical na to. And for the center, okay, midpoint formula ulit. Substitution, do the addition po and divide. Okay? So, we have, yung center po natin is negative 3 over 2 pala to. Okay, so ito po, may correction tayo. This is negative 3 over 2 and we have negative 4. Okay? Yung standard equation of the circle now is x plus 3 over 2. Again, that is 3 over 2 squared plus y plus 4 squared is equal to 233 over 4. Again, yung radius natin, ito, di ba, is square natin. So, magka-cancel yung square root, maiwan si 233, is square po natin yung 2 para maging 4. Okay? And that is now the standard equation. Nakuha po ba? Number 11. A circle has a diameter whose endpoints are negative 10, 4, and 6, 8. Find the center and the length of the diameter. So dito ang given po ay dulo po ng diameter. Ang hahanapin lang natin ay ang gitna at ang haba po ng diameter. Okay, so dalawa lang po, no? Haba ng diameter at yung gitna. So dalawang formula again. Ito po yung given natin. Use the distance formula to get the length of the diameter. Then substitution tayo. Double negative becomes positive. And then do the addition or subtraction. Get the square. Then add the squares. And square root of 400 is 20. The diameter is 20. So, hindi na natin kailangan hanapin si radius kasi hindi naman siya hinihingi. Pero, in any cases, nahihingin po ang length ni radius, what's the answer? The answer is half of 20 and that is 10. Now, dako tayo sa center. To get the center, okay, so to get the center, midpoint formula, substitution ulit, addition, then divide, and the center now is negative 2, negative 2. So, ito na po yung sagot natin. So, what if hahanapin yung equation? So, the standard equation will be the square of x minus 2 plus the square of y minus 2 is equal to 100. This is now the standard. Okay? Now, try nyo po yung number 12 again. Pause nyo ulit. Then do number 12. Compare your answer to my answer. And magsisimula pa ko in 3, 2, 1. So number 12, same as number 11. Ito po yung mga given natin. So hanapin natin yung length of the diameter first. So the length of diameter is this. Substitution. Double negative becomes positive. Do the addition. Get the square. Add the two squares and simplify. The diameter is 2 squared of 130. Ang hinahanap sa number 12 dito ay center and radius. Since the radius, hahatiin natin yung diameter. So over 2 and that is square root of 130. Okay? Square root of 130 ang gagamitin. Kasi mawawala mamaya yung square root. And for the center, midpoint formula, substitution, plus ulit, then divide by 2 to get to negative 2. So ito po ang center and ito naman po yung radius natin. Now kung hahanapin po yung standard equation, and that is the square of x minus 2 plus the square of y plus 2 is equal to 130. So natanggal po ang square root kasi may square to eh. So tama po ba yung sagot nyo? Dapat tayo sa difficult. 13. A circle has center negative 3, negative 4, and passes through the point P, 5, 2. Aalamin po natin yung radius and the standard equation of the circle. So this is same as sa easy kanina, no? Okay? Sa number 1 or 2. Okay? So dito, hahanapin natin yung radius muna. Alam natin na sa first statement, meron tayong center and we have the point on the circumference kasi passes through the point P. So itong 5, 2 is a point on the circumference. So when we connect again the center and the point on the circumference, ang mabubuo natin ay radius. So we will apply the distance formula to get the radius. Okay? So ang given natin is center at saka yung isang point. So center po yung first point and the second point will be the point P. Substitution, then simplify po natin, add, then the radius is equal to 10. This is now the radius. Now, kung tatanungin kayo kung ano yung diameter, ang gagawin nyo na po is idodoble to. Tama? So, 10 times 2 is 20. 20 is the diameter. Dako tayo sa center kasi meron tayong center which is negative 3, 4. So, pwede na natin makuha yung standard equation. May center na tayo at the same time may radius. So yung center natin again is at negative 3, negative 4. Yung h po natin ay negative 3. Yung k natin negative 4. And our r is 10. The double negative is positive. And this is the standard equation of the circle. Square of x plus 3 plus square of y plus 4 is equal to 100. Now, your turn for number 14. Okay, so number 14, center ulit at meron tayong point. So radius to. So ang hahanapin po natin is the radius, the standard equation, and the diameter of the garden. So pwede nyo i-pause yung mga first slides para ano pa, para sagutan nyo, and then compare answer to my answer. Okay, so how to solve? So ito yung given ulit, point 1 and point 2. So to get the radius, apply po natin yung radius, yung distance formula. Okay, then substitution, subtract, square, plus to get 10. This is now the radius. Since hinanap po yung diameter, the diameter is equal to 20, doble po ng radius. So yung A po na sagot natin ay 10 at yung letter C na sagot ay 20. And for the standard equation, yung H po natin ay 2 na na-center. Tingnan po yung center, that is your HK. At yung K po natin ay negative 3 and the R is equal to 10. Let's simplify po natin and this is the standard equation of the circle. 15. Okay, so dito sa number 15, Ang given po ay endpoints ng diameter. So ang hahanapin po natin ay center, the diameter, and the radius. So applying the distance formula again for the diameter. Diameter po ito. Okay, then substitution. So simplify to get 4 square root of 34. Hahatiin po natin yung diameter to get the radius, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then annex square root of 34. This is the diameter and this is the radius. And for the center, midpoint formula, and that is negative 2, 2. Going good? Okay, number 16. A circle has endpoints of a diameter at point A and point B. Aalamin natin yung center using the midpoint formula and then write the standard equation of the circle. So endpoints of diameter, so distance formula muna. No. Kasi ang hahanapin lang pala natin dito is center and also the standard. Since meron pang standard, mamaya kukunin din natin yung length. So, unahin muna natin yung center. Using the midpoint formula, substitution, plus, and divide. And the center now is at 3, 4. 3, 4 po ang gitna ng circle natin. So, para makuha yung standard equation, kailangan po nating hanapin yung length and radius. So, before finding the length of radius, hanapin muna natin si diameter using the distance formula. And substitution, simplify po. Now, the diameter is 2 square root of 193. So, ang radius po natin is square root of 193. And this is the radius. So, meron tayong center radius. Therefore, this is the standard equation. So, h natin ay, ano yung center? 3, 4. So, 3 yung h, k is 4. Tapos, square root ni radius, magka-cancel po yung square root at matitira si 193. This is now the standard equation of the circle. So that's it for the circle. Hope you're doing good. So see you po sa next video natin. Pag-usapan naman natin yung ellipse.